Okay, welcome everyone to some Dungeon Crawl Stone Suit. I'm back, and I finally feel myself again. That came out wrong, but yeah, close enough. We're going to be going and doing our 2 runes, hopefully. Shouldn't be too hard, but there will be a couple of issues with the water. I know I said that there wouldn't be too many, but there's still, like, I have to be careful with how I use my arrows, because I will lose a lot to deep water. So I'm using the F dot here instead of using just tab because I want to at least plan where my shots go so I don't accidentally drop too many into the water. I mean, like, it's okay to lose maybe like 20 or 30 in the water, but like, I'd rather not just make it so that every shot that I shoot into the water mulches. It's kind of a pain. So yeah. On top of that, I am getting a little bit more towards the halberdy style of play, so I'm going to have a little bit more leeway when it comes to hitting stuff because I can kind of just melee some of the weaker things. I mean, I'm mostly reserving the bow and arrow for like tough enemies, poison enemies that do annoying things, enemies at range. Like here, mosquitoes are not really that big of a deal. If I just fight them one-on-one, they can't really do much. Same with the spiny toad. I mean, the spiny toad's kind of dangerous, but at this point we have 150 health. Like, it's kind of sad if we can't really kill those things, right? A little bit. Just a touch. But yeah, currently we have, like, pretty much no evade, as is the Centaur life. Heavy armor Centaur, man. Feels bad. This is Isol. It's going to be kind of a pain to fight, but thankfully he's across the water, so he can't actually reach us. For some reason his AI isn't smart enough to walk around. Most likely because like of the formation of that water. But yeah. I'm gonna just spend a second here to not shoot into the deep water. I know it's not really like necessary. I know it seems kind of pedantic and like probably kind of noobish honestly, but like it doesn't cost me anything really. Like I'm in even less danger technically because I'm moving away. I mean, and it doesn't really matter, so whatever. I don't know, maybe I'm over justifying myself at this point. I think that I can get away with doing some kinds of things like this and just have it accepted, right? Maybe. One time, please. Probably not. Anyway, here's some insubstantial wisps. While they are insubstantial, they actually do a lot of lightning damage, which is really annoying. But yay. At least there's no lightning really in this branch. It's mostly just physical and poison, which is kind of cool. It's a large shield. It's not really something we care about because large shields are like not something we can use given we have a longbow. Identify. No, we don't really need to ID that lightning wand. When it runs out, we just drop it. It's not a big deal. Mostly just thinking about. Oh god, wow, we lost a lot of health there. I guess that character's a little bit more squishy than we give him credit for. I mean, like honestly, he is taking half his health from slime creatures, and it wasn't even Titanic yet, so perhaps. Oh well. I'm gonna just back off here, let the Hydra come a bit closer and shoot him. We mostly kill them in like 1 or 2 hits, so it's not a big deal. Like really, the longbow is dealing a lot of damage. It's not. We don't really have to worry too much about it. Like, we pretty much have like our Zot weapon in that freezing bone arrow. Jesus. I don't know why it's like I start recording and then you immediately have to make noise. It's like, fuck, man. I mean, like, completely silent for 3 hours. Every single time. It's like, what is this shit? Should I just, like, fake record some shit? Like, just accidentally, like, record nothing and then wait for the noise to come out and then bait them out and then record again? But then that wouldn't happen because, like, they'd just make more noise. Like, what the fuck? Okay. Anyway. It's actually kind of dark right now. I turned my brightness down because it was really bright before from playing KOTOR. And it's actually making things kind of hard to see, especially with the Dithmenos shadow. That's all good. Dodging's down up to 3 now, and that gives us an extra point of evade, which is nice. I mean, as I've said before, in terms of training, like you generally want to have as balanced a defensive mix as you can. It's not a huge deal if it's not, but you'll tend to take more damage from certain types of things more frequently if you have like just an imbalance. It's more something like marginal return, decreasing marginal returns on utility. Like the more evade you have, the less effective extra evade becomes, and so on with armor. So like, if right now my armor is not going to give me nearly, like 1 point of AC will not give me nearly as much protection as 1 point of evade, which is essentially the way it works. I mean, I'm not a really numbers crunching kind of person. Like, I don't think that Crawl needs to have numbers, really. Like, even if numbers were never really revealed, as long as you can have like some kind of, ooh, you probably should be flying here. That's fine. But as long as you kind of like have a rough idea of how things stack up, you really shouldn't need numbers, honestly. Like, people who spend too much time on the numbers probably just work on something else and you'll get better results, mate. Like, obviously, if you want to bring your game up to like Greaterplayer level or beyond Greaterplayer level, yeah, go for the numbers, it's fine. But really, like, I am proof that numbers don't matter. It's all arbitrary. I mean, like, Z likes to talk about numbers a lot, kind of. But apart from that, like, I don't really know anyone who's really into those numbers. It's not a big deal. But you do see a lot of, like, mediocre-ish players, like, quote numbers like it's a lifeblood. I'm like, nah, whatever, man. You can do what you want, but it's not going to really help you win. I don't know if that sounds like condescending, but hey, whatever. Come on, guys. You know me by now. What I say is just what I say. I don't really have any I don't have any like hidden agendas behind it or anything. If I want to be angry at someone, I will be angry at someone. I won't just like half-heartedly call them out. I just can't really remember them at this point, and honestly, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I think that's, I don't know, for me that's important anyway, to like make sure that I'm pretty straightforward on this channel. I like to be transparent as much as possible. Okay, this is the Rune Wolves, so what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of stand back and just shoot into the, in a line, and hopefully things will just die. They do, which is expected, given that we have a freezing bow and arrow. Oh, this is something that isn't going to be affected by freezing, but it'll be taken out by our arrows nonetheless, simply because our regular base damage is still very high. Like, look at that, that's actually ridiculous damage. I mean, arrows are really strong at fighting enemies with really low evade and AC. And these hydras and such are perfect targets. Like, they just get absolutely destroyed. Like, I'm okay with losing a couple of arrows here and there, with this floor particularly, because sometimes taking the shot is more important than preserving the arrow. Like, in this scenario with the Thorn Hunter, I'd shoot it even if it wasn't, even if it was over deep water, just because I'd rather kill it faster than have to worry about arrows. But, you know, it's really personal playstyle. Like, ultimately, I do tend to lean towards a more melee playstyle. That's because, I don't know, I kind of look down on range. It's kind of like a worse version of melee, honestly. Corners do very similar things to enemies. I mean, range is okay, it's just that against like a lot of enemies, it's just kind of garbage. It doesn't have like an armor piercing effect, so like it is pretty much blocked a lot by people with big shields and big armor. So it's like, I mean, it's alright, but I'd rather just use weapons for that investment in time. It's also less fiddly, so it's kind of easy to use. Like here, I can just tab stuff. It's easy as pie. I mean, it's not as effective because our weapon sucks comparatively, but still. Oh, I say that and I immediately get wrecked. Classic. Whatever, we'll use fear. That's fine. It's mostly because these alligators hurt so much. Not really because the melee was bad there. Like, in water, I think alligators have like some random bonus and they can put on bursts of speed. Like, I honestly don't know how alligators work. It's kind of stupid. They have like a barrel roll, a death roll, I think. Well, it can swim. That's basically it. Like, it's really good in water. It attacks quickly and does all that shit when you're in the water, and then it can like bite for a bunch of damage and do a whole bunch of other stuff. Hey, I guess in regards to those numbers though, I guess it's fine to have the to check up that max damage though, I suppose. I mean, I don't think it's calculated against your resistances and armor and stuff, but like whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, check it. I'm not saying you shouldn't check it, but I'm just saying don't rely too heavily on it. Don't like quote it as if it's more important than everything else, because there's plenty of players out there that'll just do what you do, but faster and easier. So like, eh. Oh man, we actually need corrosion as well. Crap, that's actually disgusting. I hate that. Anyway, we have a lot of. Oh, we don't need the poison resist. Right, cool. I guess we'll put the corrosion on because that's actually kind of useful. I don't think we'll be training. Oh no, we can train this. No, we have GDA. Right, true. I guess we'll go into Spider's Nest. If we find another requirement, we'll probably acquire gold. Just because I've already put so much money into it, it's like, why not, right? I mean, honestly, I would just... I wish it wasn't so goddamn expensive. I mean, it is Armor of the Dragon King. It does make sense why it's expensive. It's a really good unrand art. Has pretty much every benefit you want, but 3.4k, man? That's pretty expensive. Just gonna go ahead and shoot these guys. Here I have no real worries about losing arrows. It's just gonna be a natural mulch rate. There's a couple of pockets of deep water here that once you drop your arrow into, you're not gonna get it back, but it's not a big deal. Just gonna pull up, hope we don't get confused. Shoot the Tarantella. And before you say it, yes, I know it's Tarantula, but these guys are called Tarantellas. You understand? I used to call them tarantulas, and then I realized that's not what they're called. And people kept telling me it's tarantula. It's not though, because a tarantula is an American spider, and that's not something we Australians do. Therefore, it must not be tarantula. We would not want to pay homage to a deadly creature in a different country. Actually, I'm not sure if tarantulas are American. If I'm wrong, well, I'm wrong, but pretty sure I haven't seen one in Australia, so maybe in the zoo. We do have a zoo. Just one. Only one zoo. That's it. No more. Yeah. Anyway. Demise shows off ignorance once again. Maybe he's right, maybe he's wrong, who knows. Not him, obviously, because he's ignorant. Ooh. Another amulet. Oh, don't follow me off screen. You scumbag. You son of a bitch. Oh man, that was like a sniper orb destruction. It hit us from like 15 tiles away. Holy shit. That was actually incredible. We are getting a bit shafted with these wands of digging now. Not a lot of charges. But as you can see, my damage here is pretty high. It's like guaranteed to be high enough to kill anything in this place with 4 or 5 shots. So that's pretty nice. Like as you can see, I'm just taking them all out really quick. Amulet of Reflection. Is that better? I mean, no, it's plus 1 shield. Nah, it's probably not worth it for Dex plus 5. I mean, like I said, stats are a meme, but at 5 stats for just a minor 1 shield, I guess I'll take it. Like, they're a meme, guys. Don't get me wrong. Oh, god damn it, he's gone into orbit. Alright, this is gonna take a while, boys. Just gonna have to break his radius. No, don't. Orbs of Destruction. God damn it. They don't dissipate even when you kill their summoner. They function actually quite weirdly compared to every other summon in the game, mostly because they're not really summons. They're like very short-lived. But as you can see, I'm really enjoying the really enjoying that glorious bow and arrow. I should go back to halberd for a bit, and I immediately regret it. Polearm and end brand. Spear of Flaming. There's nothing here. Okay. I could go for the halberd of venom. It's actually pretty good against these guys. Where is it? It's an orc too. Nah, can't be bothered. Like, it's not a huge increase in damage, and it just provides me with like a tiny bit better stuff. And it's kind of far away, so I'm like, well, nah. We'll think about it later. If we are closer to orc and I remember, I'll think about it. But until then, nah. No need. Ooh, Arachne. You want to fight too? You're gonna get shot. Oh. Please stop. Please stop webbing me. Thank you. Get killed. Man, playing as Diff Menos really makes your vision of the game get screwed up really hard. Like, these monsters look really weird because they're all like bathed in that purpley color. I mean, that's just the price you pay for playing with a god with a permanent aura, right? But still, weird. Oh god. You know what's one thing that's really like gonna piss me off? Playing Ogre in the next Greaterplayer run. Like, god damn it. I guess we'll just afford a couple of things into that central body, but Ogre in the next Greaterplayer run. I'm actually gonna go pole arms just as a meme. Like, you think I'm actually gonna go pole arms, like, just to troll people. Because like, there's no reason to go for Mason Flails. I'd rather just go for pole arms at this point. So yeah, do it. Follow your dreams. Do what Demise said. We'll boycott. We boycott giant spy clubs. Never use them. And then when the devs realize, wait a second, why is no one using pole arms? Why is no one using Mason Flails on Ogre? They might actually buff it. Because we'll be like, wait, we just completely made an entire part of the game useless. Or they'll remove Giant Spy Club, and then we'll just never have a Giant Spy Club again. That's fine. Honestly, it doesn't matter to me. Ogres are like, I'd say Ogre is like probably my second most won race. Wait, no, probably not at this point. I mean, my first one race is like Minotaur. I've got like 60 Minotaur wins, but I don't know, maybe like Hillock, Demon Spawn, and then Ogre, something like that. I've got like 6 or 7 Ogre wins. It's pretty good. I actually quite enjoy them. I know people will, like, do criticize me from time to time, being like, oh, it's always too optimal. You're always playing the optimal shit. I'm like, yeah, but I've done a lot of Ogre stuff, and Ogre stuff is not optimal. Like, when it comes to Ogre Mage, that was like my bay back in the day. We have no way of doing anything to this guy. We're just gonna pray he doesn't abyss us. Please don't abyss me. Thank you, Luis. You've been very cooperative today. Like, we had no MR, like, way of getting extra MR. So I was just like, yeah, whatever. If we get Abyss, we get Abyss. Centaur Abyss is not that bad, because I can just run away from shit. But yeah, like, I've actually done a lot of Ogre. I've said this before, but I've done, like, Ogre Transmuter. Like, not into melee, I mean, like, oh, sorry, not into, like, Trog or something. I mean, literally Ogre Transmuter of Ashen Zari, 15. You never saw it, because I wasn't playing online at the time, nor was I actually playing for the channel. But it happened. I have the morgue to prove it. But like, that kind of shit, I don't know. Like, once in a while you do it and it's fun, and then you go back to doing normal stuff. Because honestly, it's like, it's really hard to like enjoy all that shit. You get jaded really fast. I don't know. I mean, like, if you got the patience to do it, just do it. But it's gonna be slow and arduous. So it's like, it's not worth it. At least for me. I don't know. Like, in a lot of these tutorial videos, this is like a pro tip, like a super industry secret. But in a lot of these tutorial videos, I do tend to paint things in black and white, and the reason why I do that is to force new players to at least consider my ideals, and at least like defend their own option. I would not want people to, how do I explain this? Like, I don't want people to like think that what they're doing is correct if it's not correct. You know what I mean? I want to specifically make them aware that there is the correct way to do it, and what they're doing is not correct. And if they choose to do it not correctly, that's their own fault, and that's their own prerogative. They can do what they want, but I'm never gonna just say, "Oh, you should just do what you want. It's fine. It doesn't matter." Because ultimately, like, if it doesn't matter, then it doesn't matter at all. So why even bother play the game? Ooh, Storm Dragon scales. That's actually pretty good. I guess we'll put it on. 37.8. Damn, that's pretty good. That's actually really nice. Gives us RLX too, which makes this thing useless. Nice. Cool. I like it. This might actually be one of our late game armors. Assuming we don't go for the Dragon King armor. We'll go for the Dragon King armor. Damn it. We should probably go pick that RLX up. Damn it. God. What pain. Truly, this is torment. Anyway, had a bit of a heart-to-heart today. Mostly because I'm preparing for my New Year's / Christmas thank you video for you guys. thought I'd express a bit of gratitude towards everyone who's supported me so far, including you, who's currently watching this video. Is currently watching? Yeah, that makes sense. Like, you know, I thought that it's Christmas Eve, I'm going on holiday, I might as well send you guys off and have a good time. You know, hopefully not worry about the channel, even though I haven't really planned a schedule out. I'm still recording this like on the day, pretty much. Like, I think I've only just got enough now to get to the holiday, so I need 17 more videos or 16 more videos. It's pretty ridiculous. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here today because I actually have to go to work in like 10 minutes. I'll just clear this opening party out in vaults, and then we'll take a look at what's going on. What's this? Bardish of Venom. Probably not good enough to train for, but hey, whatever. I don't know. Having these honest heart-to-heart talks, it drains you. You can't do it every single video. Sometimes you have to just chillax and be like, yeah, I'm a salty guy. Have to have that persona, because honestly, it's very hard to record these. Like, Ask Ultra, he's recorded a lot, like, now. But it's still hard at times to talk to people. Or to just say shit for like 40 minutes straight. And because I'm doing these in like really, really quick succession, I'm basically talking for like hours. Like, and then after I leave here, I talk for another 2 hours while I'm doing my job. So then, like, after that, I come back home and I'm gonna record more. So, you know, it gets kind of tough, but you know, it's worth it. Anyway, I'm gonna leave all that sappy shit for another video. Today's video is just me complaining about random bullshit, me just kind of filling time, trying to finish up some recording. Hope you guys aren't too mad about the shorter videos. Honestly, like, I don't think it matters really too much. I apologize to those guys that watch really long videos all the time, 100%. My bad. Like, I try to keep it long for you guys. I know that, but the problem is, like, I know that a lot of people don't actually watch this far into the video. Like, in all seriousness, like, dead serious. Also, my lower back is completely numb, and I think I might be dead. I'm gonna have to go and see a doctor. Okay, ow. Ow, 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 ow. Alright, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow.